Hello and welcome to this last part of this episode with Mr. Hariom Shandalia, the founder of Aurum Corp. In this episode, we have discussed about his entrepreneurial journey and also product development. We hope you will love this episode. But then also you chose this stream, right? You came to computer science and engineering to do coding or at least revolve around it. Now you are developing a product which is hardware based. So how do you figure out things? Because you are not from that field, you don't have a knowledge. How do you figure that, okay, these are the technicalities of this product?
Okay, so the most important thing I will ask you now, what do you think an engineer is?
Who just figures out things.
Now you have the answer.
Okay. Then just tell the story that, okay, just explain that if I want to today develop a product which is based on biotech, how should I go about it? Should I just Google about it? I should make a team of people who are from that background, or should I do it myself? What is the idea of that?
Okay, very simple. If you have a product in biotech, first you do your research on your own, because you're gonna if after that you go to the person who might have worked in that domain. Okay, he won't have made the product, but something similar to that, he might have done some research work. Since you're in VIT, the biggest help in the VIT is it has a very big campus, so a lot of students, a lot of faculties, and a lots of researchers. And everyone wants to help you. It's like if you go to anyone, even I think even if you go to our top board members, chancellors, sirs, and anyone, even if you go and you want to talk, they will let you talk. Okay, so you just go and ask, sir, I have done this. You should have a basic knowledge of what you are saying about. Then how should I proceed further? Then they will show you the path. In life, there should be a mentor always. You can't go without a mentor. You can never go without a mentor. So you find a mentor, ask him doubts. Then 2-3 months you do the whole research. When you came with a vague idea, now it's more of like vague turned into a normal idea. Then you make a team. Okay, now I know these things have to be done, and I am not specialized in everything. Now you make a team. So now you become as a management guy. So as the starting, you need to be a person who does the research. Later you become the management guy, and then you run the process.
Okay. So after that, this was going to be my next question. That and it just diverted itself toward that. How to find a mentor? Because I feel that we don't have a mentor. To find it's really tough, and I think by luck, if you met a guy who is on the same page as you and you connect with him. Like for me, for this podcast, as I said earlier, Surya is our mentor, right? He said from himself that, okay, I will give you context. That day when I was passing by here with him, we were just talking about this podcast, and he said that, okay, that's Hariom. He also has a startup. Just go and talk with him. So I came to you and I approached you. So how do you find a mentor? Unrelated that, okay, the guy is not in VIT, that we have a huge crowd. In life, how do you figure out that who is your mentor?
Okay, for that I have first thing I will tell you something about luck. Okay, I don't know how many people believe in this, but I do believe in luck. I believe in God. I believe in God. I believe in everyone. So luck actually does matters. You should believe in karma. So that's the thing. I always try to do good things. So you do good, something good will happen to you. And finding mentor. So you'll never have just one mentor. You will have different mentors from different places. One thing you need to do in your life is observe everything in your life that is going to happen. Okay. If you observe everything, then you will be able to observe people, what they are saying. Then if you observe people, you will be understanding like what they are saying. And when you understand the words, then you will be understanding that is the mentality matching. So you might, even in your family, there might be some person who is working in management. Sometimes you might vibe up with them. Sometimes you go and ask questions. You just go and ask questions to some random people. Okay. Luck works when you do the hard work. Okay, as simple. So there are many times when I travel with the plane. There are many times I travel in the train. So I especially love talking to old people because they have a lot of. So always believe old is gold. The knowledge they have is always more than us, because in the business area, whatever in the tech also you are, they know more than you, because they know how to do business. They have seen world more than you. So they know how the betrayals can happen, how the things can go wrong. So try to talk to people anywhere you find. And one thing which is more important, you asked me outside VIT especially, but in VIT I will try to say you this. In VIT, try to observe your faculties. They will always say, if you have any difficulties, come to me. If you have any difficulties, you come to me. Sometimes they will say, if you have any questions, if you want to interact with some people, I will call. You kind of figure out the faculties. You filter out the faculties who can be useful. You figure out, you see some profiles in the LinkedIn. If there are people who wants to help, just say those. That's how you do it.
So you feel that cold emails and that all work, right? You should just
Cold emails and all are something, even if you give me a cold email, I might see it and maybe really once in 10th, I will just check it out. I will ignore it. What should I ever work is networking. That will work. It's like if you have time, it will work. If you don't have time, and as a person, I will say 25, 26 is the time where you should be settled. It's not 30, 35. 25, 26 is the time you're settled with everything in your life. Because I believe there are certain parts of your life that you need to enjoy.
like the point was that you said that you would ignore a cold email or cold mail, you would get it, right? Like and there is also this one point that how to start networking. Because you said that cold emails may get rejected. The idea is to go through networking. Where should I start?
So for the networking, you should start with mentors. Now the mentors you found, start hanging around with them. Okay. So there's a very old saying, if in a place, if you feel like you know everything, you change the room. Yeah, right. So in the networking also is the same thing. After a while in the mentor, if you feel like you have known everyone the mentor is working with, is going around with, parting with, so you change the place, you change the mentor for a while. You see, you know the other persons. So mentoring is all about, so networking is all about knowing the people who are the network of your mentor, because later on you are considering that mentor because the person is good into your field. So if you know people into the network of that person, so you're knowing people into your field. So that's how you should be. And a very important advice that I will give you, networking should never be formal. So all the people I know, even right now, most of them are maybe my very like good friends. Other than being, even they're like they're people. Most of the network people the people I've made in networks are more than around 30, 35. Okay, but they're my very good friends. So that's the point. You should make them good friends, because in the formal way they will just answer your formal things. Being as a friend, they will give you the best advice in your life. They will take you into their network. So that's how it will start exponentially increasing. And about the cold replies, I will tell you, even if in the mails, if you want to, there's actually kind of a very big secret, very less people know this. In the network making using cold mails, don't mail directly to the CEO, founders. They will never see it. They don't have time. So we are working in the field. We are seeing, if you mail them, it will either go into a spam box, or it will get rejected. You mail there like 2 levels below. Okay, something like a project manager, something like a head of operations, something like their personal assistant's personal account. So there you mail. So because they don't have the mails that rigorously in the personal accounts, so if you send the mails there, they will see, they will read your mail, because it's very unexpected for them to receive a mail for anything. So they will kind of look into your mail. And founders always trust the close circle. So if they say, it's like this guy is they're like, oh yeah, do it. If you feel like, do it. That's how it happens. So that's how you get into touch with directly. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
So I would like to ask you that this one thing, when a startup is running, founder's idea is there's a vision which you are thinking, like for this company we have a vision, we have a dream basically, that okay, I would scale it to this level, that would be my plans. What if it fails? And in many startups we see that 99% of startups actually fail. If the startup fails, what should be your next mentality, not the plan, because I think plan would change with times, with the industry. What is the mentality you should keep?
I'll tell you right now, it's again the same thing, backup. Okay. So for every plan, you should have a backup. Okay. Even the startup we are working right now, we have around something around 50 backups of that. And if this fails, this will happen. If this fails, this will happen. You can't be that unlucky that everything fails. But let's consider a situation where everything fails. The mentality that should come at that moment is, fine, I have learned a lot in this process. Let's wait for some while. Let's take a break. We'll start again. Never lose in your life. always have a mentality. Nothing has happened. You have your life, your parents are safe, your family is safe, everything you have done in your life. Don't go into debt. That is the most important. In any startup, we are also bootstrapped. We never had any funding. Nothing. We just received some government grants and all those things, but never had any fundings. So the point is never have debts, because if you have debt, then you will be in worried. So if the money is not going on, where will you give it? So if you don't have debt, that's the best part. And in that case, if you fail, then it's very simple. Take a break. You know that you had the urge, you can do it again. Take a course for meanwhile, do the course, learn something, talk to some people, realize why it failed. Next time, start something better. But keep on going. Don't stop. Never stop.
Okay, it may like be a pain for some time. It's like same as heartbreak. It's
Same as a heartbreak.
that was your you planned. Do you dream to be your wife, and this is your baby?
Yeah. Exactly. That's something like that only. Kind of totally like that. So relationships, if you are into relationships, it will teach you everything.
Yeah. So now we are like at the end of the podcast, and this is one question which I would like to ask, and we ask every founder we talk with, and which is that unrelated to the badge of a co-founder, unrelated to the badge of any position you hold in this company, being just a student, and I think your age would be around 21, 22, right? At this age, when you go through hardships of the startup, sometimes there are downs when you didn't it didn't went as you planned, and hard times hit. What is your go through strategy? Like, how do you deal with them as a person, not as a co-founder? Like, no, as personally,
If anything
how do
hard
you-
happens to me,
Yeah.
like anything, if I'm thinking that doesn't happen, what I do? That's what you're asking. Okay. So the first thing I do is I will sleep. Seriously, sleeping is the best option in your life. You just sleep like 10 hour, 12 hour. Like take a break and sleep. After that, first fix the it should not. If let's say if I planned something, it was going to affect 100 people. Let's say for a normal situation, if I'm saying if I planned something, it affected 100 people. Now, first my responsibility is to make that 100 people feel better. Okay, so first I will go there. I will say, don't worry, because we kind of did some mistake. The thing has been postponed to 1 month, 2 months. Don't worry, it will get done, and it's getting done. We are working on it. Have trust on me. I hope you all have trust. Gain their trust. Make them feel better. You leave them in without any pain, any emotions, any harmony. You just leave them with good feelings. Okay, just leave them. Let them be in good state. Now you know what has happened. So as a founder, not as a founder, as a normal person in your normal life also, in your family, let's say there are many times many things happen your father is never going to discuss with you, right? So not everything is need to be known by everyone, because if you sometimes if you share the pain, it actually becomes more painful. Okay, sometimes keep the pain to yourself. Go take a sleep, wake up, take good food, eat good food, watch some Netflix. After that, first thing in your day, you think about what went wrong. Okay, then sit and decide what should I do. Then hang around. It should be on a break day. It's not on a working day. On a working day, you work normally. Figure that out later. See, emotions and all should never be come into your, if you have some emotions, if you are going through a heartbreak again, if you're going through a heartbreak, it should not show onto your face that, okay, I'm going through the heartbreak. See, people love to, if they know what is actually affecting you, they will do it more. That's the whole point. They should not know what is going inside you. Okay, so yeah. So after doing all this Netflix and things, once you are feeling normal, then sit and then you figure out. The best mind works after having the best sleep and best entertainment time. The mind will work 1,000 times better. If you're stressed and if you're thinking, 10% chances are there that you might think something productive. 90% times are there you are going to regret on yourself, why did I did it? The first thing you should remove is regret. You should never regret on things which you once gave you happiness. Okay, so never regret on anything. It happened. It was supposed to happen. I learned. What should I not do next time? So yeah, figure it out, then plan something. And it has worked for me. For everyone, it should be something. Someone would like to eat ice cream. Someone would like to go out with friend. It's from everyone's point of view. But for me, it's like relax your mind. Everything can be fixed in this world. Nothing is there that can't be fixed. Everything in this world can be fixed. Just you need to have patience and talk calmly. Anger is the biggest issue. Never have that. That's it. That's all you can manage.
Okay. Do you feel like a responsibility, a sense of responsibility, or do you also fear sometimes that while running the company, you have responsibility of many people? Like you feel that, and like, what do you think about it? That do you feel pride in that, or do you feel that okay, maybe if this doesn't work out, maybe I would not be able to deliver their what you say, their expectations. Like, what is the state of mind there?
Yeah. So there are many times, Suryans, as I talked about Suryans, right? He knows I have discussed this with him. So there are many times I'm like, man, I work like 18 hours, 22 hours a day. I haven't slept for like 4 days. Recently, there was a time when I had this exams going on, and also we were having certain meetings with some directors of IIT Madras and everything. So I haven't slept for literal straight 3 days, and I was like, why am I doing this? I can have a normal life. I'm seeing my friends sleeping on the couch and they're like watching Netflix. I can have this life also. Then he told me, Bhaiya, you know what? It's not just your life now. Around 200 people are involved with your life. So, there are many times when I want to give up, but then the team is there to motivate you. And they explain me, think about what you thought, think about this. So there are times when you feel like you should not do this. There are times when you want to become a monk. There are times when you want to do many things. But what happens is, what matters all is teamwork. What team you have created. So a leader can never be a leader with the same mentality. Not every day is Sunday, right? So it's all about team. So I hope, touch wood, I have made a good team. Okay, they always motivate me, and the time they lose motivation, I motivate them. So it's kind of give and take process.
It's actually interesting that we feel that sometimes, like, it's at the lowest moments you feel that why am I doing this, and you just I think it should be like you just pass through that stage because it is going to come again.
Yeah, it's going to come again, but now it's done. I know even right now I'm coming. Last night I didn't sleep. When I'm going through that only, I'm like, okay, let's do this. It's more important. It's just all about go with the flow. Don't think much. And as a student, trust me, as a student, if anyone says that I'm having a hard life, that's the most easiest life you can have in your whole life. Okay. That is the most fancy, luxurious life that you're going to have. Okay, where you just have to worry about writing certain subject papers, and where there are only two options: either you pass, or either you fail. Only two options. In life, if you pass and fail, you destroy everything. Until the moment you're in as a student, that's the best part of life. You're not responsible for anyone. You're not taking care of anyone. No one is related to you. You're not married. You don't have kids. You don't have to worry for many things. It's the best time to take a risk, actually.
Okay. We just end the podcast right now, and
Sure.
thank you for giving your time to us.
It was actually great talking to you. Everything came out of my mind. I'm feeling relaxed.
So like whenever you feel that you want to relax, just
Sure.
give a call. We'll just make another episode.
Done.
Do another part. We'll talk about some another PDA guards on you. Okay. So we'll make an episode.
PDA guards are my good friend. Anytime if you get caught, just
Really?
yeah.
Done. Well, thank you. So that's it for this part. With this, we end our episode with Mr. Hariom Shandalia. We hope you have loved this episode. We will be back again with a new story, a new guest, and new knowledge for you guys. Till then, make sure you follow us on Instagram and subscribe to The Launchcast. This episode was created by Rohak Mansukhani and Shrey Baldev.